Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple of my favorite player props on Prizepicks for Game 4 of the NBA Finals on Friday night. Celtics up 2-1 in this series. This is definitely a big game, especially for Golden State. Golden State really going to need to get a win here. If they go down 3-1 to Boston, it's going to be tough for Golden State to come back, and come back in this series, win 3 straight games. Huge game tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We got a pretty decent game on Wednesday. Did wind up being a little bit of a blowout towards the end, but for the most part, almost all the starters played close to their full minutes. They lost out on maybe 1 or 2 minutes, but we got somewhat of a close game Wednesday. We did hit all of our props Wednesday. Had a really good day. I hope you guys did tail. For Game 3, we took the under on Jordan Poole's PRA under 18.5, and he finished with 16. And that was a little bit sweaty because Jordan Poole did get a little bit of extra minutes in the blowout. I think Golden State pulled their starters with like 2 minutes left, but they kept Jordan Poole out there, and Poole got to play 2 extra minutes of garbage time, got to take a good amount of shots. I think he took a couple shots late in that game. Luckily, he missed them all and went under his PRA. Then we did hit the over on Andrew Wiggins' points. Wiggins had 11 points at halftime, was looking pretty good. Didn't do much in the third quarter, but ultimately came through in the fourth. I think he hit a corner 3 with 6 or 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter and wound up going over. And then Marcus Smart had a huge game Wednesday, scored 24 points. We had the over 13.5. That wasn't much of a sweat at all. So was a good day Wednesday. I hope you guys tailed. We've been doing pretty well on our free plays lately, NBA and MLB. On Tuesday for MLB, we went 3-0. Obviously for Wednesday, for NBA, we went 3-0. Thursday for MLB, didn't get a clean sweep, but we still did go 2-1. So maybe you guys, if you were able, if you did a flex play or if you did a mix and match of different 2-pick power plays, you maybe could have made a little bit of money on MLB Thursday, even though we didn't technically get a clean sweep. We're on an 8-1 run over our last 3 videos, and let's try and keep this momentum going into tonight's game. So we'll talk through the plays I like for tonight, guys. Just real quick, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well if you have not yet. Also, check out Prizepicks. Make sure to sign up for Prizepicks and use promo code NOAH. When you do, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. And as you can see on the screen, once again, Prizepicks is running a great promo for Friday night's game. They have Jason Tatum's points prop set at 0.5, so this is basically a free square. It's a pick that's pretty much guaranteed to win. You just take the over on Jason Tatum's points. If you wanna include that play in my plays with the picks I'm gonna give out in this video, you could obviously do that. There is a $25 limit on this promo, but if you want to put $25 on that, you can. If you want to just put $5 on it and then find some other picks you like to play with the Tatum promo, feel free to do that as well. But definitely take advantage of stuff like this. If you guys are not on Prizepicks right now, get over there, sign up, use promo code NOAH, get that deposit bonus when you sign up, and obviously make some entries with this Jason Tatum promo. Take the over on his points, find some picks that you like to pair with that. But talking through the plays that I like for Friday night, we're going to start off in the points and rebounds category. This is my first time ever kind of dabbling into the PR and the PA and the RA, but I do like Andrew Wiggins' points plus rebounds today. Obviously, for Game 3, I was on Andrew Wiggins' points over 15.5. His points prop did get a little bit of a bump up today. It's up to 16.5, which I'm kind of still fine taking. Wiggins did score 18 points last game, played huge minutes, had pretty good usage. Wiggins he's been good for Golden State in the postseason. He's a guy that can provide offense and defense, which is something that Golden State's really lacking. Like a lot of the guys they have right now outside of Steph, I mean, like Clay, he can provide offense, but his defense isn't as good as it used to be. Jordan Poole provides offense, but definitely a liability on the defensive end. Gary Payton provides good defense, but he doesn't provide much offense. Guys like Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, they're obviously great defenders and stuff like that, great rebounders, but they don't provide much on the offensive end. Wiggins is one of these guys that can score and he can defend, which is what Golden State needs right now. And we saw Wiggins play 40 minutes last game, even losing a few minutes due to the blowout. He probably would have played about 42 minutes last game. We did see Steph Curry get banged up late in that game last game. Curry has already said that he's going to play, and I don't think Curry, I don't think there's going to be any concerns for Curry, but I guess there's a little bit of a potential bump up for a guy like Andrew Wiggins if maybe Steph Curry is not fully 100% for this game. Again, I don't think that's going to affect Curry too much. He already said he's playing. But that's another bonus for Andrew Wiggins. He's going to play huge minutes. Maybe if Curry's banged up a little bit, we could see Wiggins take on a more, bigger role, a bigger offensive role. He's been scoring well in the postseason, especially as of late. He's also been rebounding really well, which is kind of the reason I like to take his points plus rebounds. You can see over his last, 4 or 5 games, 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds. He has two games with double-digit rebounds, 10 and 11. He's been crashing the glass lately. You can take a look at so far in the postseason in terms of rebound chances. He's got the third most rebound chances on the team. He's averaging 11.8 rebound chances per game. He's averaging close to 7 rebounds per game in the playoffs. He's had good usage so far in the series. Just looking at last game, he had the third highest usage rate last game, 24.4%. So far in the postseason, he's had a 20% usage rate, which is basically third highest on the team, or fourth highest on the team. Steph, Poole, Clay, and then Wiggins. Wiggins has taken on a big role lately. He's been playing really big minutes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he played the entire second half last game outside of the 2 minutes in the fourth quarter that he lost because of the blowout. He was on pace to play like the entire second half. I think he played like 20 first half minutes. He probably plays 40 to 42 minutes here. He's been taking a good amount of shots lately, double-digit field goal attempts in what is that, 7 straight games, 8 straight games now? Let me see, 3, 6, 9 straight games of at least 11 shot attempts for Andrew Wiggins, 16 field goal attempts last game. I just think, at 22.5, where this line is, I think this is a line that Andrew Wiggins can hit. He's going to get shot attempts, he's going to get usage, and he's been rebounding really well too. So I could definitely see him finishing with 17, 18 points, 6, 7, 8 rebounds. I feel like he probably goes over both his points and rebounds prop for today, but I think I'd just rather, would take the combined prop, take points plus rebounds. I do like this one as our first play for today, over 22.5 points plus rebounds for Andrew Wiggins. And then our next prop is going to be a PRA prop. And man, I know this guy really, really struggled last game, but I'm expecting him to bounce back and to play well tonight. And I'm liking the over 20.5 PRA for Draymond Green. So obviously Draymond Green was terrible last game. I mean, he had 9 PRA. He provided just 2 points. He really didn't provide anything. He shot 1 for 4 in 35 minutes, had 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. We saw the media really attacking Draymond after that game. Even in his press conference, they asked Draymond, how do you feel like you played in tonight's game? And Draymond literally said, I played like shit. So I think Draymond knows that he played terrible last game, and he's gonna have to step up. I'm kind of buying into the narrative here that Draymond steps up, plays well Friday night, and we know Draymond is a guy that can provide points, rebounds, and assists. He can provide all categories, I should say. He's a guy that does a little bit of everything. I know offensively in terms of scoring, he hasn't provided much scoring in the postseason. I mean, the most points he scored in one game was 17. But you can see, he can rebound, he can get assists. I was debating between taking his over in PRA or his over in RA, rebounds plus assists. Ultimately, I'm going to side with PRA just because we've seen Draymond have open looks. Now, will he, if he gets these open 3-point attempts, will he actually take the shot? That's the big question. There's been a lot of times where Draymond's wide open for 3 and he just doesn't shoot. But maybe if he can just take maybe an early 3, knock a shot down, if he can just get into a little bit of a groove and score 8, 9, 10 points, I feel pretty confident he's going to do enough in the other categories, the rebounds and the assists, that he can probably go over his PRA line. And we've seen his PRA line for the most part throughout the postseason, be it 21.5, 22.5, 23.5. Obviously after last game, they had to bump his line down a little bit, but last game was just a bad game from Draymond. I'd expect him to bounce back here. I'd expect him to play really big minutes if it's a close game. Always have to worry about foul trouble for Draymond. You always have to worry about ejection. He's always, he's a guy that always is a threat for those things to, cut his minutes. But if he's not in foul trouble, if he doesn't get ejected or anything like that, I think we're getting 36 to 40 minutes from Draymond, and hopefully he can bounce back here. I'm expecting him to play well. Scoring-wise, can he just knock down a few shots? I think he can. I think the rebounds and the assists will definitely be there because if you look at so far in the playoffs, he's averaged the most rebound chances per game on the team, 13 rebound chances per game, averaging around 7 rebounds per game in the playoffs, and he's also averaged the most potential assist on the game, or most potential assist on the team per game in the postseason, 12.2 potential assists per game, averaging just over 6 assists per game. So I think Draymond can get us 6, 7, 8 rebounds, 6, 7, 8 assists. If he can just score, 6 to 8 points, he's got a very good shot at going over this PRA line. I think this line normally should always be, 21.5, 22.5, maybe even 23.5. Just because he had a bad game last game, they bumped his line down a little bit. But this is a spot where I do like to attack, and I think Draymond will bounce back here. And we've seen a lot of times so far in the playoffs when a guy has a bad game, they normally play well the next day. We've seen Tatum bounce back after bad games. We saw Marcus Smart bounce back after a bad game. Does Draymond come out here and score 30 points? Probably not, but I think he could get, maybe close to a triple-double. We'll have to see. I like his over in PRA, though, as our second prop for today. And then our third and final prop, or technically our fourth prop, I guess, if you count the Tatum promo, going to go over to points, going to the points prop section. I'm taking the over on 10.5 points for Derek White. I was on Derek White's props last game. I was on his over PRA. That was one of the plays I gave out on Patreon, and obviously it did not hit. Derek White did see his minutes get cut down a little bit. He only scored 7 points last game. I think he finished with like 10 PRA. But I like going back to his overs. We've seen Derek White just be so huge for Boston in this series against Golden State. In Game 1, he played 32 minutes. Game 2, he played 30 minutes. Last game, he did see his minutes get cut down a little bit, played 24 minutes. But I think a lot of that had to do with Robert Williams playing so well. If Robert Williams plays really well again like he did last game, then yeah, we maybe could see Derek White not play as many minutes. Maybe Boston elects to play their double big lineup. They play Horford and Williams a lot alongside each other. But so far in the postseason, especially in the series through the first 2 games, we've seen Robert Williams not really be a huge impact. We've not seen his minutes really be that high. He's played around like 20 to 22 minutes. He got subbed out very early last game, which is something I do want to note. I think Derek White checked in like 3 minutes into the game. He checked in off the bench for Robert Williams. So clearly they want Derek White out there as much as possible, even though he does come off the bench. I think he gets a few more minutes than what he played last game. I feel like 24 minutes is kind of like his floor. I would think most nights, especially in this series with how key he's been for Boston, I would think he's playing around 30 minutes most nights. And Derek White's been a guy that, when he gets the minutes, he can score. He's had good usage so far in this series. If you look at his usage rate, just over there, I think their last 3 games in this series against Golden State, White has had a pretty good usage rate, or at least, let me look. Let me go to the last 3 games. I had the whole playoffs pulled up. So last 3 games just in this series, 20.9% usage rate for Derek White, which is basically, 4th highest on the team behind Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and, just behind Marcus Smart. Not going to count, Nick Stauskas and Sam Hauser, since those guys are just getting garbage time minutes. Of the guys that are in the playoff rotation, White has basically had the 4th highest usage rate on the team so far in this series over their last 3 games. He's been taking a decent amount of shots as well. Like, you can look at his game log. Game 1, he shot 11 times, shot 6 for 11, 5 for 8 from 3. Obviously, the 5 for 8 from 3, that was a little bit unsustainable. But Game 2, he shot 4 for 13. Didn't even have that great of a shooting game. Still scored 12 points, went over his points prop. Last game, he did shoot pretty poorly. 3 for 9 from the field, shot 0 for 3 from 3. So that's another thing. Like, not only did Derek White play less minutes than he's been playing, he also shot the ball pretty poorly. 3 for 9 from the field and 0 for 3 from 3. If Derek White just sees a few more minutes than what he played last game, if he shoots the ball a little bit better, which he probably will, I feel pretty good he can get 11 points for us. So far in the playoffs, when he's gotten around 30 minutes a night, you can see a lot of these games where he's played 30 or more minutes, 12, 21, 22, 11, 13. He's gone over his points prop. So I'm going to continue to ride the Derek White props. I was on his props last game. They didn't hit, but I'm not really going to get scared off of it. I think Derek White most nights is going to play close to 30 minutes. I think he's a kind of a key piece for Boston. I think he will be in the closing lineup, and he's going to get those closing minutes, which obviously are always huge. So I like the over 10.5 points for Derek White as our technically 3rd prop for today. But if you want to count the Tatum promo, it's our 4th prop for today. So this is what I'm liking for Game 4 on Friday night, guys. Over 22.5 PR, points plus rebounds for Andrew Wiggins, over 20.5 PRA for Draymond Green, and over 10.5 points for Derek White. Again, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos every single day. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Go check out Prizepicks. As we talked about in the beginning of the video, Prizepicks running a great promo. Jason Tatum's points prop is at 0.5. You obviously would take the over on that. It's a free pick they're giving you. Just find some other picks that you like to pair with the promo. If you want to use my picks, the ones I'm giving out in this video, feel free to do so. If you want to find some other picks that you like, you can take a look at their board. Prizepicks offers a ton of options. They offer some props that not a lot of other books offer. 3-pointers made in the first 6 minutes, 2-pointers made in the first 6 minutes. Like, if you want some quick sweats, you could look into playing some of those props. But definitely give Prizepicks a try. Make sure to sign up. Use promo code NOAH, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Wish you the best of luck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.